Good morning, Internet. This is Alex does Sudokus, and it is Friday the 7th of May 2021. And we are going to tackle today's New York Times hard Sudoku, hoping that we're not going to get stuck. So we use Snyder notations, so we're just going to get started on it. The 7s are looking pretty healthy, so why don't we have a look? Maybe that was a lie, because as soon as I started looking, I couldn't find any more 7s. So what I do see are some 8s that I can pencil mark in. So for those who don't know, Snyder notation is where you typically just pencil mark in 2 candidates within each cage, basically. So if you have 2 possible candidates for a number, you pencil it in. If you're more than that, you leave it alone, just to keep the grid nice and clean. So I've got 2 there, thanks to these 2 2s, and that leaves me a pair of 2s in here, which we will pencil mark in because it's 2 possibilities. Any more than that, we're not going to touch them yet, because typically we don't need to. And if they're less than 2 candidates, that means we found a number, because that is essentially a single candidate. Actually, we do have a pointer pair of 3s here, thanks to that 3. So the 3s can't be on the same column anymore, therefore this is a 3. And I think that's sort of 3s that I can do. Let's have a look at the 4s. So 4s can go there, here, so glad I muted. I should remember that I have keyboard shortcuts for muting, so let me double check. Oh, maybe I've lost the keyboard shortcuts, so let me have a look. Not remote control hotkeys. So, do I have mute anywhere? I don't seem to have that. Maybe I've made changes. Sources. Let's see. Main input. Yeah, I've lost the mute. So why don't we do a mute? So let's have a look. Boop. Yep, that didn't work at all. Let me double check. I think I've looked at the wrong input actually. So, oh yeah, that's the main output. So let's ignore that. I want the microphone input. Mic line 1. There we go. So, see if this does anything. I do wish that you can have a toggle button to toggle between mute and not mute, because you only need one button for that, really. Anyway, I have got myself a mute button. Carrying on, looking at the 4s, I've got another pair of 4s there, thanks to these 4s. So the 4s are fairly friendly, but not enough to win us the pie. So we're going to pencil mark in the 5s over there. Any more 5s? 5 for 5. Nope, that's all we have for the 5s. 6s. Oh, 6s on its own. So one thing I do like to have a look at typically when I have a solo number is to see if there's a naked single along the line, basically. So we're missing 3, 7, and 8 on this row. We have a 3, 7, and 8 there. We have 3 and 7 and 3 and 8 in this cell. So we haven't got a naked single. What about maybe down? I don't think there's a naked single anywhere at all along the 6. Yeah, I can't see it. If there's one, I can't see it. So I'm going to move on to, I think I've done the 7s, haven't I? Yes, I have. So 8, not looking exciting. I think I've done the 8 as well. 9s, Got a pair of 9s there. Anything going on up here? 999. Nope. So we've done a round of notations and we've only managed to put in a 2. That concerns us. That is rather concerning indeed. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just doing a second scan to see if I can find anything else. I'm not optimistic. 1s, 2s. Did I miss anything with the 2 since I put it in? I don't think so, but it's quite rare that we'll find nothing after we've only... It's rare that we'll only find a single number after a round of notations, especially when the grid doesn't look particularly barren. 5s, 6s, 7s, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8. Wow, I'm really not seeing anything. Okay, in that case, we're going to move on and see if we can do anything else. And honestly, I'm not too sure what we're going to try. Because I'd like to have a look at the rows in the column to see where there are nice interactions. For example, here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, missing 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I actually have a naked 6 there. So basically, I was looking at the rows and the columns. I see that these two both have 4 numbers. This column has 4 numbers. This row has 4 numbers. And obviously some numbers within the cage. So I wanted to have a look. And sure enough, I had 8 unique numbers on the rows and the columns. So that gave us a number, gave us a naked single. So with that 6 in place, we'll have more places to explore. But first, we're going to have a look at this cage, and then we're going to look at the row and the column to see if there are more things we want to say about it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Nope, there's nothing to be said about the cage, I don't think. I can't see anything in the cage. Can you? Leave a comment below. In that case, I'm going to look at the row and columns to see if there's anything fun going on. We're missing 2, 4, 7, and 9. 2, 4, 7, and 9. I've got 2, 7, and 9 here. And I'm missing... No, hold on. I've got a 2. So it's 4, 7, 9... 4, 7, 8, and 9. 4, 7, 8, and 9. So this is a 4 and an 8. 4, 7... 7 and 8 are here. Which means this is 4... Oh, hang on. This has 4, 7, and 8. Yeah. 4, 7, and 8 in this cage. So this must be a 9. Because I'm looking for 4, 7, 8, and 9 on a column. So now I'm looking for 4, 7, and 8. Now that I've got the 9. But I should have a look at 9 first. Hence mark those in. 9, 9, 9. So 9s and 2s are in the same 3 cells. I don't think that's useful at all. Okay. Does that change our matter in this cage? I don't think it does either. That's disappointing. I was hoping that's going to give us something. So what are we missing here? We're missing 2, 3. 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 5. Yeah, we're not going to get anything out of that. 2, 3, and 5. Nope, nothing to be seen there. Maybe we should just have a look at everything again, maybe? Because I sure as hell am not finding anything useful from the 6 and the 9. 6 and 9, so I know the 2s and the 9s are in there, but the 7s are not. Yeah, let's just do another quick scan to see if I'm missing something glaringly obvious. 1s, 1, 1, 2. I do wish I'm better at Sudokus. 2, 2, 2, 2, 3s, 3, 3, pointer pair of 3s, 4s, 4, 4, 4, pointed, 4s, 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 5s, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6s, are still... Hold on, have I looked at this row? I don't think I've looked at this row. So what are we missing? 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 5. 1, 2. I've got 2 and 3, so that's 1 and 5. 2, 3, and 5. Because I've got the 1. 2 and 3. So hold on. Hold on. We got 2 and 3. We got 2 and 3 overseeing these two cells. So these are 1s and 5s, and these are 2s and 3s. Question is that useful? Feeling a bit skeptical that that's useful in any way, but we're going to pencil mark them in anyway, just to help us. 2, 3, 1, 5, 2, 3. We'll need to remember that in the cages, they're more than 1, 2, 3, and 5 as well. So maybe I should just pencil mark in a 2, 3, and 5 in this cage so I don't get confused in this cage. But this cage is a little bit dangerous. The 1 and 5. Can I maybe use the 1 and 5? Or the 2 and 3? 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 9. Oh, hello. This is 1, 2, 3, and 9 on this column. So these are 2s and 3s. Because this can't be 9, and the 1 oversees that, and the 1 and 5 takes the 1 out. So I've got 2, 3 pair, and this is therefore 1 and 9. So I've got 1 and 9 locked down, the 1 unlocked, the 1 and 9 basically. So that is very cool. I like that. That is a very cool 1-5 pair unlocking the 1s basically. So with that, we have a 1 down here, 4 over here. Hopefully, we're going to get some momentums now. 4, 4, 4. And I've lost the momentum. Oh, no, hold on. Yeah, this 1 now breaks the 5 and 1. And this 1 also locks a pair of 1s there, which is what I saw, forming a 1-2 pair. Therefore, the 8 and the 9 are resolved. So with that, we also have a pair of 9s up here. 1, 9, 5 maybe? Anything on the 5s? 5s have to be up there. So that's a pointer pair of 5s, meaning the 5s are down here as well. Not actually immediately useful, but that's okay. What have we got here on this column? We're missing 6 and... Hold on, let me wipe my nose. I think 6 and 7. It is indeed. So we can place the 6 here and the 7 here because of the 7 in the cage or the row. So now we have more 7s to play with. Got a pointer pair of 7s there. Pointer pair of 7s there. That unlocks a 7 down here, meaning this is a 7. Okay. These are 6, 8. So 8s must be there. Can we restrict the 8s anywhere else? Nope. So 6s are not restricted any more than that. Well, we do have a number here as well, which is a 3. And that 3 unlocks a 3 down. Oops. 3 down here. 3 can't go there anymore. I've got the 2 and 3s. So I think that's how I can do the 3s. And these are 6s and 5 and 6. Oh, we can't unlock those. So we just pencil mark those in. This is a very interesting puzzle. 2, 3, so 4, 5, 4, 5, and 6. Well, we've got 6 here, thanks to that 6. So these are 4s and 5s, forming a pointer pair. So that gives me the 5, the 2, and the 3. And that gives me a 2 and a 1 here. And anything else? 2s down here. 2s over there. So the 2s are now pencil marked in. I've got a pair of 3s there as well. Thanks to those 3s. Point at 3, so I think all the 3s are pencil marked in as well. I'm sure there are lots I can do right now. 4, 7, and 8 on this column. 7, 8, 4. Nope. Nothing going on there. That's disappointing. 3 and 7 is their matching pair. 3, 7, and 3, 7, and 8 on that row, but 8 can go there. 8 can't go here. 3 and 7 are there, so 3, 7, 8. Yep, that is correct. So this is an 8, and I do have a 3, 7 pair. And this 8 gives me an 8 down here, thanks to these two 8s taking a column, and this 8 taking a row, leaving me a pair of 8s here. Let's have a look at this row. We are missing 4, 6, and 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. We've got 6 there, so this is a 4 and 5, meaning we've got a 4, 5 pair. Is that useful? That means these can't be 5s. I don't think that's super useful, is it? Do we? Oh, hang on. Have we got 4 and 7 here? Because if we have, that 7 unlocks the 4 and the 7. So this can't be 4 anymore. This 7 doesn't actually give us jack. Got another 4 here, I suppose, which means the 5 and the 4 unlocked. Brilliant. 5 in turn unlocks a pair of 5s here. So these are now 6, 6 and 9. I've got 9 here, so this is the 9. This is the 6, giving me a pair of 6s here. These are now 1s and 9s? 1s and 9s. Okay. 1s and 9s are here. Doesn't help me particularly right now. But I think we're close to home. We've got 4 here, thanks to this 4 and that 4. So these are 2, 8, and 6. 6 has to go here, thanks to that 6. And that 6 also unlocks the 5s, the 2 and the 5. 5, 9. And these are there for 6 and 8, I think. Yep. I don't think I need to deal with that right now. 2s and 8 are resolved in this cage. The 3 over here breaks the 2, 3 pair. Well, maybe we do need extra help, but we should know this number, which is an 8. So with that 8 in place, we've got another 8 there. What was that number? I have no memory of, hold on. We can work it out. It is a 7, I believe. Yep. Because it's 6 and 7, and I've got a 7 there. So this must be the 6. And that is right, isn't it? I'm not being silly. So that 6 unlocks the 6, 3, and 7, which unlocks the 3, 7, and 1, and the 1 and the 9. And that makes today's New York Times hard Sudoku, so that we can move on to the mini crosswords. But before we do, we're just going to mute. Blow our nose, and then unmute. Thank you, Star. How are you today? How was your day yesterday? How did the voting go? Hope you had an eventful day yesterday. I think you are from the UK, aren't you? Pretty sure we were talking about Tesco the other day, unless I'm getting confused. Cosmic Destiny. Cosmic Destiny, that's quite ambitious. Waste time, but I feel... Oh, to be honest, I feel a bit of waste time as well. Tories are going to win everything, aren't they? Southwest London. Yes, you did tell me that. You told me a town somewhere on the... Because you're in zone 3, aren't you? Oh, I shouldn't be doxing you. YouTube people, close your ears and wipe your memory. I wish I have a flashlight that I can blink at you to wipe your memory. Bit of old school Men in Black references there from the 90s. I'm sure most of you weren't even born yet. Field trip chaperone. What the hell? So this is how you spell chaperone. I did not know that. Another Cosmic Destiny. What the hell is this? Glowing coal. I guess amber? Using my Dark Souls knowledge here. Excel spreadsheet command. Wow. There's a lot going on here, but we'll go for sort. Because it's 4 letters. I am the Excel queen. One day I'm going to make some YouTube Excel tutorial videos because, yeah, I actually know how to use Excel. Unlike anyone who comes to you and say words, the compound word, I guess. If anyone tells you VLOOKUP, run away. Run for the door. Shut the door behind you and burn the computer, because VLOOKUP was once the only way you can do what's now very easily done by index match. And VLOOKUP needs to be completely defunct, destroyed, and be forgotten about, because for some reason nobody moved on to index match, which is a far superior function for looking up arrays. But hey ho, I will do a video on that one day. what the F in Finster stands for? What the hell? Or Feinster? Feinster? I don't know. Actually, that's unfair. And I hate that Excel is used in places of a database. Oh God, yes. When you need a spreadsheet, Excel is good. Excel is well, Excel is not a database at all. But unfortunately, due to budget constraints in most organizations, because to have an effective database, you either need it kind of like written for you bespoke, or you need some sort of developer, or you need. The problem with most databases is like it's hard. If you buy one off the shelf, you're going to find a lot of functionalities missing. If you use Microsoft Access, someone is crying themselves to sleep every night out there maintaining that Access database, because Access, it's okay if you're learning about databases. Access is okay, but to actually use it as a professional environment, it's pain and suffering. Granted, I haven't used it in 10 years, but still, Access, if you can avoid it. Using anything else, even if you use PHP to program a PHP framework, or PHP CMS that hooks up with a MySQL database, is far superior than Access. But the problem is no one knows how to code, and in an office environment. And if you hire a developer, that means it costs you money, and you think that if you have an in-house developer, they're just going to sit around twiddling their thumb all year round until you tell them to code something, and you don't think there's enough things to code. But actually, I guarantee you, if you have an in-house developer and you treat them well, buy them, I don't know, Oreo cookies, since we're playing New York Times, they will do amazing things for you, providing they're not a shit programmer like myself. But yeah, Douglas, I'm guessing this is Adams, author of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Speed Booster is Turbo, I suppose. Fudd, who hunt Bugs Bunny. Oh, you got me there. Sour tasting. Oh, I now know this. I did not know that tart is another expression for sour tasting. So the jet engine behind Access isn't bad as a single user database engine, but to be honest, MySQL, Postgres, yeah, no reason to use not to use a real database. Absolutely. Oh, is it Elmer? I'll have a look at this again to see if I can. Actually, no, Cosmic Destiny. I don't know this. I'm guessing Field Trip Chaperone is going to be an adult. Cosmic Destiny, I still don't know what that is. So this has to be F, and I'm guessing Fame. So this feels like Mars. Okay, I don't know what this is. So I'm going to put in, Fate. So Elma. So maybe it's not Fame. Oh, this is Karma. Oh, Fake. Fake. So Finsta, I'm guessing this is fake Instagram. Is that what it means? You kids and your lingles. That even Joel from New York Times, who's probably younger than me. Let's have a look up. Joel Figlino. How old are they? They're born 1992. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're a baby. You're a babby. How are you making New York Times crosswords, you little babby? How dare you? So, no idea what it means. I'm guessing it's like Instagrammers who are kind of like, what's a Finster? We're explaining this confusing Instagram trend. It's a private account only followed by 10 to 20 people. A Finster allows user to post more funny unedited snapshots. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. I'm bored of that already. So we are going to move on to the archived crossword. So let's have a look. Facial feature of Frankenstein's monster. I guess scar? I would have thought the nuts and bolt, but I think in every iteration it's going to be scarred. But yes, speaking of databases, yes, MySQL, Postgres, even Microsoft SQL, even that is superior than Access. But of all the SQLs that I've ever worked with, which is granted not many, Microsoft SQL is just the worst. It's just the worst. It does not have like pagination. So on a database that uses Microsoft SQL, when you want to kind of like go through pages of records, we basically start with like, for instance, 250 records, and then we have to load the next 250 records. We get from 1 to 500, and then you go to the next page, you get 1 to 750. Because Microsoft SQL, at least up to 2008, which is the version that we've got, uses the top command. So you show the top however number of records. You can page. You need to teach me, because I know you can use the limit clause for MySQL, and I think Postgres has some other things. But we are stuck on Microsoft SQL 2008, so we can't see that. That's not built-in functionality, is it, using row numbers? You have to like do some extra shenanigans. Whereas with MySQL, you just go limit. I think, yeah, page number and then how many records. As long as you have an order by. Yeah, you always need to order by. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. If I remember correctly, don't you need to assign row numbers and then return row number between or something like that? I don't know. I'm very curious about that, because I haven't actually, like, we can't touch the database. We got an off-the-shelf database at work, so we can't actually change the way that works. But yeah, that is not very optimum pagination, really, because it means in the background they still have to. I suppose even MySQL will have to internally kind of like index other things, and yeah, I don't know how the background does it, but it's very. Oh god, yes, MySQL has other problems as well. I've written from scratch a PHP system with MySQL, so I share the blights. But there will be no SQL injections, at least on my little web system that I built for the team. Not that I think anyone in their team knows how to do SQL injections. It's not a public-facing web system, so I don't have to worry about that either. So, pass down stores. I guess is this thrift stores or charity stores? Pass down. Oh no, pass down stories. Oh, is that Odies? Is that what they're called? Or is it Odell? Od? I don't know. We'll try that. We'll try that and see if that works. First name of 2 network late night hosts. Oh, hello. Is this Steve? So let's see. Hold on. This is 2. Yeah, that's only a year ago. Let's have a think about it. Problem with SQL is there's no standard version. Oh god, yes. Like fundamentally, there are some structural syntax that are identical, but yeah, people just go out and do their own things. Oh, you got me there. RD. So something database management system. So what's the R then? Has subtly different stuff, especially around dates, making designing cross-platform schema hard. I bet. I'm so glad I've never touched that kind of stuff. Oh, relational. Of course it's relational. How can I not know that? Because I'm not interested in databases, but I'm forced into a job to do databases and now learn how to do SQL queries. All for the job, all for the charity that I work for. But I love it. I love the charity. And don't love that we don't get investments to technologies, at least within the fundraising team. So if anyone is hearing this from my workplace, give us someone. Make me that person. I will happily do that. Probably run on DB2, SQL Server, and Oracle. The same schema. Ooh, I'm glad I don't work in a kind of like development industry, because things that I fit in quite well as like the person between the users. I'm very interested in user experiences, but I think I understand enough programming, but not enough to be a good one. But I know enough to know kind of like the kind of stuff you can do and don't do. But as a developer, I've interacted enough with the users to understand how much users scrap. Well, I suppose more working with developers, I understand the frustrations of the language barriers between users and developers, basically. And quite often you have project managers who don't know anything about programming. So they promise the sky, they're marketing, they tell you, yes, all these can be done. The developers said a few buzzwords at me, so I'm going to relay those and everything's going to be fine. Yes, we're going to have integration. Oh, yeah, you just export a CSV file. That's your integration. CSV files are not integrations. And that's what we got promised for one of our CMSs. What's that about programming? Just started talking about, why did we start talking about, we were talking about Excel. And then Star here mentioned people using Excel as databases, which admittedly we've had to do for one of our, I didn't have time to actually make a web system, to build a web system. So it was kind of like a fairly basic database, just kind of like product sales, product details. And so I made a template. And then what I didn't realize was that the team was going to use it. The team I gave it to was going to use it for several years until they're like tens of thousands of rows in some of the tables, and the formula started slowing down, and it would take like 10 minutes to load. Maybe not 10 minutes, but like 2 minutes to open a file. But anyway, I'm whittling on too much. I'm glad this is like the Sudoku's over. So if anyone is listening to me ranting on YouTube, you need to come to Twitch. You need to come and hit the end rant button, redeem the end rant, so I will stop ranting and get on with it. So joining Twitch will have that advantage. How are you today anyway, Duluk? Hope you're well. And hope you had breakfast, because I haven't yet, but I will be getting it after this. So first name of two. You see, I thought there's Jay Leno and Jay something else, but I think it's Steve. But we're going to come back to that. Plastic dart for Nerf gun. Ammo? And actually, that is not why settling. You know it, but that is what she said indeed. Just woke up and ate breakfast. That's a bit of a late one, isn't it? But also, I'm just gonna so see that you just saw in chat. Okay, I need to add contacts. Should I add contacts? I don't know. You can always look at the vault later. But I'm just going to mute myself for a second. 1 second, please. And I'm back. No contacts. It's way better this way. Okay. No contacts. No contacts it is. That's what she said, though. That's what she said. Animal on a California. By the way, I don't know if I've been peaking a bit. I was seeing some red on meter, so I've turned down the mic a little bit. I should be a little bit quieter now. Animal on a California state flag. I don't know. Is it a bear? What is in California's? I'm going to go for bear, just because I'm sure I saw on Reddit the other day, someone said, oh, if you have a bear on your... Is it Ohio or something like that? Or Utah? They basically said, if you have a bear on your state flag, you got to expect a bear is going to, come to your... There was a story about like a bear turned up in either a town hall or some governmental building. And they're like, we have a... if you have a bear on your flag, on your state flag, you can only expect a bear to turn up. So, not yet. I would like to do a first scan. Sorry, I'm being really slow because I've been ranting a lot about Excel databases and people coming. So, homework. But once I've done the first pass, if I'm wrong, then you thought, of course they have bears. Of course, American have bears. Not in the UK though. Homemade toy made popular by Nickelodeon. I don't think it's bear, but we'll keep going. Half of a semicolon is a comma, so it's not odeos, whatever, but this is a comma. So can we have a look at this again? Homemade toy made popular by Nickelodeon. Interesting. Suit for knight is armor. With the wrong spelling, mind you, it's missing a U there. But I'm very proud that I got the other ones right. Heroine of the new Star Wars movies is Rey, so I guess this is lore. I'm annoyed by this because this is passed down stories with an S. So unless lore is is plural by default. I'm a bit annoyed by that. But slime, I guess, is the only thing that fits in here. That reminds me of Nickelodeon. And I guess this is Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy something or another for the late night hosts. And this is a jab for subtle insult. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. Cool, no else figure out. Thank you for asking. Just blame me. No, not at all. Oh yeah, you mentioned databases, and yeah, I launched into. I hate databases. I hate dealing with databases. I'm not a database scientist or data scientist. I actually managed to like get an assistant who actually studied like data mining, and she's actually interested in data. And I tried to train her up to replace me, and then unfortunately, my workplace said, "Yeah, we're not going to extend her contract. We're just going to end the contract, the fixed term 12-month contract." So that was good. And I quit after that basically because I said I didn't want to get into databases. And here I am still part-timing with databases. So because they haven't got the expertise to or the manpower to continue maintaining like the data work. So I'm a bit annoyed by that. No, no, like I mean, like I thought only Russians actually befriend bears and the like. Oh, I don't think Americans are necessarily friends with bears. Have bears as a home animal, you know. I mean, I think the flag's law is a body of story, so it is already a collection. That is good to know. And also, contribute play. Oh, thank you for the contribution, Deluxe. So, by the way, everyone else, I forgot to have done this, but I set a 30 days challenge. I bought Sekiro's Shadows Die Twice when it first came out, I think, or when it went on sales. Played it a bit. I got past Madame Butterfly, but I got to some other later area, and then I just got really stressed out and decided to put it down. So I've got a channel redemption challenge thing that you can get to make me play. Basically, grizzly are native to America, I think. Sounds about right. Do you guys also have like black bears as well? All American befriend bears. You've never seen Grizzly Adams? Well, there you go. What about Yogi Bear? What about Yogi Bear? Everybody forgets about Yogi Bear. How can you forget about? No, Bear Grylls is a UK export. Okay, so don't you there claiming that Bear Grylls is American. At least I think he's a UK export. I don't know, but yeah, my wife and I don't really care for Bear Grylls. My wife can only think of every time she thinks about Bear Grylls, it's him doing a little anime on live TV to hydrate himself using urine. So that's just nice. Okay, let's have a look at today's spelling bee. So what have we got? We've got, it's not vitriol, is it? Oh, is it vitriol? Vitriotic? I don't know how to spell it though. Vitriolic. No. How do you spell vitriol? I can't think. Is that the word? I feel like it's something vitriol related. So vitriol. That's a word, isn't it? It is. So. Oh, you thought it's with, I guess it is with an O. So I don't know what I typed at first, but it's just like the letters just kind of like lined it up nicely because you can actually chain like, oh, you can't see where my finger is, but it's like Vitriol, and now I saw like vitriol straight away, but it's only because I've actually seen the word spell, so somehow got what? What was that, Duluk? I do not understand why you've got that word. But yeah, this is why I always go for the pengram because after 2 words, I can't do any more without subscriptions. So, oh, that's a sad time. Oh, it's half. What the hell is vitriol anyway? That's a good question. Why don't we Google that? I think I need context to understand what it stands for. So, vitriol. Oh, I thought vitriol is like a descriptive, yeah, political commentators, but bitter, harsh, or caustic language or criticism. Yeah, because I follow a lot of kind of political, semi-political YouTube channels, so they often use the word vitriol as things that comes out of the other parties, basically. But also, physically, it's an oily substance, according to Star and Absolute Killer Instinct on their penguin. Yeah, I don't know how I got that, but I think because the letters are so weird with the V there, but it's just like, sometimes I just instantly spot what the word is, but other times I just stare at it for ages. Like yesterday, I couldn't believe yesterday that, which was imputing, and I kind of like thought I saw inputting because I saw ing, so I figured there must be an ing finish to the word, and I struggled, and I kept thinking like I saw inputting, but there wasn't an N, and I thought, well, inputting isn't a word, is it? Without typing it out. But once I think I can't remember who it was who typed it out yesterday. Was it you, Star? But someone like put in imputing, and I suddenly thought, oh, it's not inputting. Now that I see it, it's imputing, and yeah, and it was the answer. So that was a good time. But anyway, we are now out of time because it's actually gone past, so I'm a little bit late for work. I need to make that up. I need to make that minute up. But oh, wow, what do you know? Rose is not streaming this morning. Shocking. But we're going to have a look and see if anyone is doing Sudokus, crosswords, anything the like. So there is someone doing Sudokus, which was the original point of the stream. Oh wow, it looks like they're doing killer Sudokus, but it looks like special killer Sudoku because I can't see. Yeah, I'm not too sure. So we're going to rate them and go say hello. I think it's some sort of killer Sudoku, so we'll give them a raid. So enjoy, say hello. I do have to get started on work, but I will say hello to them before. Tell you what, I should turn on my computer, turn on my work computer, just to take some of the time out because I have to wait like 10 to 15 minutes. I do like killer Sudokus, at least the ones that are okay, not too difficult. So I will at some point start doing some more Sudoku streams, I think. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like and subscribe if today's video helped you in any way whatsoever. Well, you don't have to subscribe, but if you want to see more daily New York Times Sudoku, hard Sudoku videos, leave a subscribe and you will receive. Leave a comment if you have any feedback in terms of what I'm doing. Leave a like if you thought today's video was helpful, and I much appreciate it. So I shall see you guys tomorrow then, both on Twitch and on YouTube. And here's the Humidify Redeem. Thank you very much. Thank you for popping by as well, Brohan. Really appreciate it. And off we go now. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.